Grand Rising. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody's having a positive, productive day so far today. It's another cool, rainy day in my area, so I've been doing inside stuff most of the day. I pray that God clothes us in His armor from head to toe as we go throughout this day, that He strengthens our discernment and guides our steps. Also, don't forget to show your appreciation to your ancestors, spirit guides, archangels, guardian angels. Whether we know they're there or not, they're always with us. In this physical world, you may be alone, but spiritually, you're never alone. All right, I'm here to do the daily devotion from Sarah Young, She's Calling for September 28th, 2024. Open your mind and heart, your entire being, to receive my love in full measure. So many of my children limp through their lives starved for love because they haven't learned the art of receiving. This is essentially an act of faith, believing that I love you with boundless, everlasting love. The art of receiving is also a discipline. Training your mind to trust me, coming close to me with confidence. Remember that the evil one is the father of lies. Learn to recognize his deceptive intrusions into your thoughts. One of his favorite deceptions is to undermine your confidence in my unconditional love. Fight back against these lies. Do not let them go unchallenged. Resist the devil in my name, and he will slink away from you. Draw near to me, and my presence will envelop you in love. She references Ephesians chapter 3, verses 16 through 19. Hebrews chapter 4, verses 14 through 16, and John chapter 8, verse 44. She also referenced James chapter 4, verses 7 through 8. She put, it says NKJV, so I guess that's the New King James Version. I don't use that. I use the traditional. I speak about it often. You know, a lot of us were not loved properly. A lot of us were not taught properly. And because of that, you know, it takes us a little bit longer to see the world for what it really is. To feel what's really going on around us. And a lot of times those realizations aren't fun to have. But at the same time, at least for me, it brought comfort because it basically told me that the things that I was feeling all along were right. Even though everyone around me tried to change my mind, I just had to wait and watch and listen and learn to be able to see that all those things I was feeling were right. Now, do I believe that God is like this beautiful creation of a man? No. I think it goes a lot deeper than that. Deeper inside of our own bodies, deeper inside in the world. It's not always easy to understand because we've been so programmed to believe certain things. And in my personal opinion, not all of those things are lies. It's just the truth twisted in a deceptive way to cause it to be seen for something than what it really is. It happens around us all the time. The world itself thrives on deception. The world itself creates deception. But that's why we're supposed to be in this world, but not of this world. We're supposed to be able to sit back and look things with an open mind, to see things from a different perspective. Don't be so set in your ways of feeling or believing or thinking that you can't see things in another way. To see the possibilities of what could be. It may not be easy, but it's worth it. It answered a lot of questions for me as I got older, and as I started seeing that I wasn't the only one that felt this way or thought this way. I was in the dark still about a lot of things. And there were times in my life where I did feel alone. But that's because my connection to the spirit realm wasn't as strong as it needed to be. And the more I learn and the more I observe and the more I just accept things for what they are instead of what I think they should be. It's not always fun, but it does make it easier. Because when you can accept things or people or places for what they really are, then you have a choice. You get to choose whether you want to continue to believe the deception or if you're going to act on your situation with the new knowledge. Which for a lot of us, the knowledge is already there. We just question ourselves because of the things that we've been taught and programmed to believe. We all have love in us to give. We all desperately want to receive it. And as physical beings, we look at love from a physical aspect. And there's nothing wrong with that. But physical doesn't always mean it's love. Just like spiritual doesn't lack love. The spirit realm is very giving. But we have to open ourselves up to it. Not in a dark way, but in a free way. So that we can be free to receive that love. Even though we may not fully understand it, it's there. We just get scared and confused and sometimes completely lost along the way. I said all that to say, don't give up. Nobody has a perfect life. No matter how badly they want people on the outside to believe they do, nobody does. We all have fear. We all have regrets. We all have questions. We all want to be loved, and most of us want to share that love with others. And unfortunately, it doesn't get easier. We're trying to learn about ourselves, trying to learn about the world around us, trying to learn about the people around us. What's real, what's fake, what's light, what's dark. We all have light and dark in us. It's just a matter of which one you choose to let lead. I suggest going with the light. You might profit more materialistically by taking the dark path. But spiritually, eternally, internally, eternity is way more important. And whether you believe in heaven or not, Your soul is an eternal being. Your soul lives on. Even when the shell of a body is long gone, your soul lives on. And you may not be happy with the consequences of choosing the dark path. Now, I'm still learning, so I can't give a lot of details as far as like, you know, what happens when you make that choice. But I'm not willing to take that risk. I would rather live my life striving to be a better person and find out that there's no reward for that than to be a bad person. And whether it's real or not, there is no reward for being a bad person. Having respect for others, love for others, care for others, and yourself, those things can't be bought. But their value is way more. I value people that respect me. I value people that show good work ethic and good morals. And I think majority of the population is like that. I don't want people around me that are disrespectful and greedy and dirty. I don't mean physically dirty, I mean spiritually dirty. People that are genuinely good people don't want to be around those kind of people. No matter how much it hurts our hearts to walk away from those kind of people, we understand that it starts to have an effect. And if you spend enough time around those kind of people, it'll start to wear off. Either losing respect for others or losing respect for yourself. Some people don't deserve it. But that's not for us to decide. We're supposed to be good to everyone. And let the universe decide who gets to keep receiving it and who gets cut off. Right? Walk away from the things, people, and places that you know are bad for you. Start small and work your way up. Sometimes we have to start big and work our way down. But sometimes it's that one big decision that changes it all. So don't be afraid to lead with your heart. Don't be afraid to lead with love. Just use discernment and be cautious as you do it. Keep your distance if you have to. Love them from a distance if you have to. As always, be grateful for what you have. The big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life. And you never know the impact it can have on yours. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.